February the 16th, 1986, we decided we were going to go. We were going to go make a record.
Everything sounds so easy. Guess I'll have to make a call. Well, it rang. 513-6429.
Guys Around Town was about somebody I knew, but I can't remember what. And it was more or less about a strong woman who was taking control. But then I screwed it up with the middle 8 lyrics, and it just kind of blew it all off. That storyline left when I did that.
And what about you? Do you have a copy of this record?
You know, you remember a few years back when we had that gigantic flood. I still had a box of the records left, and I lost all tons of music gear. I lost all that stuff. I don't even have one anymore, man. And unfortunately, nor did I have a copy that's been recorded or anything. So I'm totally out.
So what's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that? Not sure.
It's just all those floods of memories come back to my mind of me and you sitting in front of a little drum machine, a little 4-track recorder at the house, working these things up and doing that. And of course, it comes with a big smile. And it's just it's a good warm feeling to think after all this time, you know, to sit here among you two guys again, who I love you both, man. Yeah. And it's just such a pleasure and an honor to be sitting here doing this today.
I keep it going till I have to stop, until I fade and wash away. I like the way it says it's all it is to do. Leave it on the wall.
On the wall. That's about where I worked at the record store. I had a 8x10 black and white picture of a band called Lone Justice.
Yeah.
And Maria McKee is a singer in the band. She was great. And that's about that picture, leaving it on the wall.
Huh.
And it mentions Maria McKee, or it mentions her name in the song. Wow.
I'm learning some things here I never knew, man. I remember always being amazed because we would lay down the music, and of course with your magic, you'd say, okay, we need a couple verses here, and of course, and you know, you'd lay out the map of the song, and then we would give it to Rob, and then next thing you know, like, bam, we had these great fitting lyrics.
I wasn't there when it was mixed, because I didn't know there were keyboards on these songs.
We had a guy, by the way, he doesn't appear with any credits or anything, and that's today I wish we had.
Yeah.
But it was a boy named Jody Whiteside who came in and put those keyboards down the strings and everything. And,
I did not know that. Okay.
And,
did you know him, or was he with the studio?
I knew him.
Did you?
He's from Golly Bridge, and
yeah, he probably should have given it.
yeah, I should have put his name on that label, but I don't know. Everything happened so fast. I remember you came in one evening and we were down there playing, and you pulled out this wad of money out of your pocket, and you threw it on the dresser, and you said, let's go make a record. That's exactly how it happened. We didn't know anything about the recording process.
Right.
It's almost like we just did it straight through, and that was it. And even to the point where the album, where they count the sticks in the beginning,
Yeah.
and the buzz in my single coil pickup is still in there, you know, before the
Right.
song ever starts.
Yeah, I have a flub at the end of this song too. I wanted to do just a little quick hammer on thing. Da-da-da-da. That's really all it was. And I, for some reason, hit right in the center of the fret, and it should have been fixed. But it's not.
I'm glad I didn't have any idea about that. I wondered why there were, because I know there were plenty of vocal mess-ups. And the fuzz that you were saying sounds great before Lava. And I do remember the clicks. I just thought that they left them in, or that you guys maybe wouldn't.
We didn't leave him in. He just didn't do any kind of editing whatsoever.
Were you there during the mix, or?
Well, I remember when the test print came by,
Uh-huh.
and I mentioned it to him. I said, well, now they're going to take those clicks out, right? You know, the sticks out, counting the song off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he just was kind of like, you know, well, You know, it is what it is.
Well,
So we basically walked in and just did it and recorded it, flubs, sticks, counts, and all, buzzes in the my little single coil pickup before the song started. All that's on there.
And I wonder what they doing there.
Lava is more or less about a policeman who fell in love with a hooker.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's him following her around
Yeah.
during the night.
Ah, I didn't know that about any of those. In fact, it's interesting 40 years later to learn what these songs are about
Isn't it
because I don't think I heard any of these songs until you recorded them.
Oh, really? This is the first
No.
time?
First time I heard
Well-
them, the first time I heard them is when you walked into the studio and sang them. I never heard you. I never heard anything you wrote. It's almost and another reason why I call this album the album of clips and pieces because I think we all just wanted to do something as friends and we wanted to go in and record some music. I don't think we really cared what we did or how we did
didn't
it.
care what the other one did.
We didn't care what the other one did. Everybody
He's writing
had-
these songs. Let him be the lyricist. You're on the guitar. Let him do those guitar parts.
And
you know?
he walks into the studio and lays down the vocals, and I'm like, well, gee, that's the first time I ever heard that.
So it may have been. I hadn't thought about that before.
And-
because
yeah.
we didn't. I don't remember ever singing into it 4 times.
No, we never recorded them, never heard them, didn't have any idea what you were going to do. And so you put those down, and so it's interesting 40 years later to try to unwind what was this project really all about.
You know, like you said, bits and pieces. No 2 songs sound alike,
Yeah,
and it's almost 4 different styles.
yeah,
Because On the Wall, it sounds like a country song,
yeah.
and then, like I said, Cheap Trickish on the Guys Around Town. Lava is heavy.
Yeah.
It's one of the heavier songs. I mean, there's one part in that rocks as hard as any song that I think I've ever heard.
Yeah.
And the other one, Middle of the Night, is just a chill, mellow song. And we kind of did it backwards.
Yeah.
Made an album before we ever played in front of anybody.
Right. Made an album before we ever did anything. I mean, we just went in and made a record, and you know, and then actually I sat back for the next 40 years, going, well, gee, what was that all about?
Why did we do this, and why didn't anything
Yeah,
else
why
come
did
out
we
of it?
do this, and why did we, we didn't even try
How
to.
different we would do it now if we did it over again.
Oh yeah.
So-
Didn't even try to push it. Didn't try to do anything.
No.
We just
Go out
wanted to
and
have.
play.
Yeah, we just wanted to go out and make a record, so we did. Didn't care that they left the clicks in. Didn't care that it didn't have an album cover to put on it. We're like, okay, we got one. Let's move on.
Do you remember the artwork that was on the center of the record?
Bob Oster.
I do. Bob Oster did
There
that
you go,
artwork.
man.
And,
man, I
he
can't-
passed away.
Oh, did he
Sure
really?
He did.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember Bob Ostrom did the artwork. He went on to do a whole lot of artwork later for Gibraltar and the other band that I was in before us. That's how I knew Bob.
Yeah.
And but yes, he did the little label on there. But at the time, we didn't even get a sleeve for the
No.
record.
Right.
No, it just came in the
It just
the
came
inner
in the
sleeve.
paper. It just came in
Exactly.
the inner paper, and that was it, right?
That was all they gave us.
The
yeah.
only artwork was on the label, right?
Exactly. That's it.
There's you a copy of the record,
Good.
Phillip.
Get out of here. Wow.
And here's you an extra one.
Dude, thank you so very, very, very much.
Neither one of those have ever been played. I'm glad I could reconnect that with you after all of those years,
40 years, yeah. Wow.
Written and produced by FRYTZ. I wonder how many people actually have this other than us.
That's a good question.
How many did we have printed?
Just a couple hundred.
Well, I didn't even think it was that much. I thought maybe 50.
I don't remember, but I do know that
I thought it was 500.
it
Dave.
might have been. I
think it
don't
was
know.
500.
I do know this that either I or you, Phillip, sent a copy to the radio station.
It seems like I remember.
Remember something vaguely 105, right? I think
Yeah,
it was in there.
105.
They
And,
played it, yeah.
and I never heard it played. I never heard them play it. But I was out one day, probably 20 years later, and there was a policeman I knew. I went to school with him, and he said, "You know, I was out at night working the night shift." He said, and it was about 3 a.m. He said, and this song came on. He said, you know, and it was pretty cool. And at the end, they named you and the rest of the folks in the band what was on the label, and I thought, well, that's pretty cool. It did get played, you know.
I heard it, Dave, on there more than that time.
Yeah.
They were doing, it was like a band night for kind of presenting new local type music.
Yeah.
And I got to catch that show.
Yeah.
And I can't remember, I'll have to see the titles of the songs again because it's been so old. But there's one of these songs that right on the end of it, it might be Not in the Middle of the Night or It's Lava. It might be Guys Around Town. But at the end, we bump, bump, bump,
Yeah.
and then we bump, then we ended again. And I remember the DJ coming on when we done the bump, bump, bump thing, right? And then he thought, and he started to say something, and then it goes bump, and there was the ending of the song, and he goes, and that was FRYTZ, the band that never quits. I'll never forget that DJ saying that.
I was thinking you had told me that there was a station in Ohio that had a copy of it and played Lava.
I don't remember, but it could be, you know. I
No,
talk.
you know, with that song, you guys sent the tape to me, and then I would put lyrics on it. And I think a lot of people thought that it was about suicide or something like that.
Yeah.
I had a few people say that. But it was just a joke on a bunch of goofy, sad songs that were being written at that time.
Well,
Like the Smiths or something like
Yeah.
that. So it's just all gobbledygook. And
Mhm.
I actually got back to my mom, and she was concerned that something was wrong that I needed.
So I never knew the suicide story. I'm glad you didn't commit
Well, I
suicide.
didn't know it either. I mean, that's just the way somebody interpreted it.
Can't wait to catch that thrill. Changing moods to keep me going. I just can't let it go.
In the middle of the night, in the middle of the night, in the middle of the night, step by slow step, moving numbers, bringing home the bill. To tomorrow, I'll be waiting. I can't wait to catch that thrill. Changing moods to keep me going. You just can't let it go. You just can't let it go. In